Okay, so we are going to be reviewing the One Fight Nights 27 Tang versus Abdullaev on Prime Video. We're going to be giving our predictions because I don't think enough people are talking about this card. It is taking place on January the 11th at 1 AM on a Saturday morning if you are from the UK, and of course it is coming out of the Lumpini Stadium, Bangkok, the home of Thai boxing. So on this card, there is tons of fights to get excited about. You've got Dante Leon fighting on this card, who is a numerous time world champion when it comes to BJJ. You've got Luke Lessei, the next best thing coming out of the United States when it comes to Thai boxing. You've got Stonehand's John Lineker trying to continue his knockout streak within the One Championship Thai boxing rules. And you've got Akbar Abdullaev looking to claim gold off of Tang Kai, the first ever male Chinese world champion when it comes to MMA. In the first fight, we've got Sewer Black versus Dmitry Kovtun. In this fight, I am going to favour Sewer Black's forward pressure and his relentless striking with his hands and his elbows in a tight clinch and a forward pressure style, which I do think will put Dmitry Kovtun onto the back foot, and eventually he's back to the ropes or the cage. Saying this, Sewer Black has been knocked out 2 times on the row now in the later end of the last year, and Kovtun was also coming out of a knockout loss. Kovtun's knockout loss came when his back touched the ropes, and Nonchar was able to get the knockout with punches, which is why I'm favouring Sewer Black, as I do think them two fighters have got a similar style with forward pressure fighting, and especially to do with their hands and elbows. From there, we're going to go on to Chihiro Sawada versus Meng Bo for an atomweight MMA female champion. Well, atomweight MMA bout, not champion. So Meng Bo uses a taekwondo style, and she's got hard-hitting hands and usually likes to keep her opponents on the outside and far away. Chihiro Sawada, on the other hand, is a shorter opponent and has got a high-level pedigree wrestling. So she is a national champ when it comes to wrestling, and she does favour the inside and getting in with an overhand left, as she is a southpaw, and then going into a single or a double leg takedown to try and control their opponents on the ground. I do think Meng Bo will struggle against Sawada's pressure, and I do think she will get taken down at some point in the fight, as Meng Bo is coming off of 2 losses now, where it comes from submission, 2 out of her 3. Her last loss was by submission within the first round, and I do think Sawada has got a very good submission game, and I do think she's going to be able to take her down. But Sawada does also struggle when it comes to trying to get onto the inside against taller opponents. So if Meng Bo is able to keep her away, I do see some success coming from Meng Bo. With that, we've got Aaron Kanate versus Orgil Bartakute. So Orgil Bartakute has got a wrestling style, and he's got a massive physique for the weight class. His style usually incorporates getting their opponents to the back of the cage or the back of the ring. From there, he likes to drag them down, and he likes to elbow, knee, punch, and do whatever he can to get the finish. Aaron Kanate, he is a striking style coming out of Ecuador, who was 11-0 before reaching One Championship. From there, he has went 0-2 since coming to One Championship, though. I do think Orgil Bartakute will have what it is, beat Aaron Kanate, and I think Orgil Bartakute will get onto a good win streak from there, as he is coming off of a 1-win streak by submission, and I think it'll be the exact same this Saturday. From there, we've got Rambalek versus Parham Garate. In this fight, I keep swinging it all the other ways. I am going to favour Rambalek. So Rambalek was the first ever person to get a $100,000 contract from One Championship. He did go on a 2-fight win streak, then a 2-loss win streak. Well, not a 2-loss streak, and then or a 2-losing streak, and then another 2-win streak. So he has got a topsy-turvy career at the moment, but he has got experience when it comes to the One Championship, whereas Parham Garate has not. He has fought on Friday fight cards, but he hasn't fought on any championship cards yet. So I do think the pressure might get to him. But he is 6-0 with 4 of them wins coming by the way of knockout. But I am going to lean the way of Rambalek with this one. From there, we've got Tatsumitsu Wada versus Sanzar Zakharov, or Zakharov. So Zakharov is known as the Tornado. He's 11-0 in his national scene when it comes to MMA. He's got phenomenal striking with a lot of power and skill coming by his way. Wada is known for his striking, but he's also got a judo background, giving his name the Sweeper. Wada's career has been up and down for a long time, and he has also fought legends like Demetrius the Mighty Mouse Johnson. Wada is known for his ground game, but I am going to lean more so towards Zakharov if he's able to keep the fight standing, because he has also got a good wrestling pedigree. So if he's able to counter the takedowns from Wada, he's able to keep it on the feet, I think Zakharov will get it done, as he is also the taller opponent. From there, we've got Tommy Langaker versus Dante Leon for the first and only BJJ match of the evening. For this fight, I am going to favour Dante Leon. Dante Leon has got a very high pedigree when it comes to BJJ, being a two-time IBJJF World Champion within Nogi and also a bronze medalist at the recent ADCC World Championship. Tommy Langaker has won a Nogi 2020 IBJJF fucking European Championship, and he has also went to the 12th minute 3 times within his career within one championship, 2 of which losing to the champion. So these two fighters are 2 of the best within the world, but I don't see Tommy Langaker being able to hang with Dante Leon for an extended amount of time. Dante Leon has also fought once within one championship, submitting his partner within 2 minutes. So I am going to favour Dante Leon with this one. From there, we're going on to a featherweight Muay Thai bout, Luke Lessei versus Cody Jerome. So Luke Lessei is the next best thing coming out of the United States. He has got a very innovative style within Muay Thai. He's got fluid striking, and he is able to piece both of them up together, usually to put on a show. In his last couple of fights, he has started slow within the first couple of rounds and then upped it within the second and the third, as that is exactly what he did against his It's exactly what he did in his last fight, which was against Bampara Kiyata. I had to sit there and remember the name there. It was against Bampara Kiyata. He was the French national champion. He's also got a loss against Joe Natawat, but he is one of the most up-and-coming and most watched Muay Thai fighters within the world, known as Luke the Chef Lessei. He's also got a 6-foot height within the featherweight Muay Thai, so I do think he's going to be able to use his range to beat Cody Jerome. Cody Jerome is known for his aggressive pressure, though, and he was the winner of the Road to One Championship with Canada. He was able to get that with his aggressive and forward style, but I do think Luke Lessei is going to be able to counter that style by moving around, shifting his weight, and hitting a fluent amount of strikes to the body and to the head, and taking out his leg, all to get the victory. I do see Luke Lessei winning, and I think it's going to come by decision, not by finish. From there, we've got the fight Denise Zambronga versus Alonia Rosonia. So Alonia Rosonia took 3 years off after her loss to Stamp Fairtex in 2021. So this fight is a very high-level fight, and it is for belt. It is for the interim Atomweight MMA World Championship for the females belt. So Alonia Rosonia's 2 fights within one came by both by Stamp Fairtex, being one of only 4 women to beat Stamp Fairtex within her 18 fights within one championship. She also has lost to Stamp Fairtex in the same year, and that is when she took time off for 3 years because she had a child. So she is coming back, though, and she is fighting for the interim belt against Denise the Menace Zambronga. Zambronga is on a 3-win streak at the moment, but a lot of her wins coming by decision. She hasn't got really what it takes to finish an opponent. I do see Rosonia getting the submission within this fight, and I do think she'll become the interim champion, and I think it might be one of them where it sets up a 3rd fight with Stamp Fairtex, so they have a trilogy, and I think that'll be a very entertaining fight to do. But I do think Rosonia is going to be able to get the win. I just don't think Zambronga has got what it takes I think she's very good, and she's obviously one of the highest levels, or else she wouldn't be in this fight. But she has lost 2 times to Ham Seo-hee, or Ham Seo-hee. So I just don't see her being able to hang with Alonia Rosonia. But Rosonia is coming off of a 3-year inactivity, obviously, from being a mother. So it could also be one of them where it swings the other way and Denise can get the victory. From there, we're on to John Lineker Stone Hands versus Kullabdam, who is known as the left meteorite. Kullabdam fights out of a southpaw style and usually is the shorter man, standing at 5'6" at bantamweight. Usually he is the shorter man. For this fight, he's going to be the taller man versus John Lineker, who is 5'2" and is the ex-MMA bantamweight world champion. Since losing that belt, John Lineker has moved to Muay Thai and has found out that he can knock out people just there as well. And he's on a 2 knockout streak at the moment. He's aiming to make it 3 against Kullabdam this Friday, or this weekend. Kullabdam has had an up and down career so far. He's found very good success with his left hand, known as left meteorite, but he usually throws it from an overhand position, dipping his head onto the outside. This is something he's not going to be able to do against John Lineker with great success. So this is why I'm leaning more so towards John Lineker to get the win and move on within the rankings. From there, we have got the title fight, Tang Kai versus Akbar Abdullaev. This fight is not talked about enough. So this is for a featherweight MMA World Championship within the One Championship. Akbar Abdullaev has got 8 fights outside of the One Championship, 7 of which coming by finish in the first round, and the second one, and only one coming in the second round by submission. Within one, he's got 3 fights, and 2 of them finishing in the first round, 1 of them finishing in the second. He has got a 100% finish rate and no one reaching the 3rd round with him in the MMA scene yet, which is absolutely unheard of, especially within featherweight. He's got heavyweight power in his hands within a featherweight body. It's something that you don't see ever. I think he might be the most dangerous fighter in featherweight out of anyone in the world. That's including Ilya and Alex Volkanovski and Arnold Allen. And that's not me saying he can beat them, but that's me saying that he's definitely more dangerous than them. From there, you have got he's fighting and trying to challenge Tang Kai, who is 18-0. He's never lost, and he's also the first and only Chinese MMA male world champion. I am baffled by that, since China is usually known for their fighting. Right. So, with that though, he is going to be defending his belt. It is going to be a very hard fight for Tang Kai. I do think he's going to get pressured a lot, and I do think Akbar Abdullaev is going to get the victory. I do think it's going to be by finish. I think Tang Kai might be able to get him into the 3rd round, but I don't see him getting into the 4th or the 5th. I don't see him winning this fight against Akbar. I think he's just going to have too much power and forward pressure, and I think he's going to be able to get him down. Tang Kai usually favours striking. In this fight, he's not going to be able to favour the striking. He's going to have to try and wrestle against Akbar, who is also phenomenal when it comes to BJJ and getting the finish with on the ground and that grappling scuffle. So I do think I'm going to favour Akbar Abdullaev to get the victory. They are my takes for fight night. Which fight night is it now? I keep getting lost. Is my takes for fight night 27, Tang versus Abdullaev.